England is in mourning due to a tragedy that affects the entire world. King Charles III is facing difficult and complex times, as he confessed with tears in his eyes during his harsh arrival in London. The news has not been favourable, especially after his arduous journey through Australia, marked by strong criticism, attacks, complaints, and even threats during public events. Despite keeping his head high, the situation is not easy for someone who battles cancer daily. The tragic deaths and the projections of what is happening in Spain tear at the heart of King Charles III. In a last-minute statement, the monarch expressed his deep sorrow for the devastating floods that have ravaged Spain, where more than 200 people have lost their lives and more than 2,000 remain missing. In a letter to King Felipe VI, the British king conveyed his consternation over the destruction caused, highlighting the strong personal ties between the two nations. From our newsroom, we review the news from Europe and highlight this information. King Charles III has expressed his deep sorrow for the devastating floods that have ravaged Spain, where more than 200 people have lost their lives and more than 2,000 remain missing. In a letter to King Felipe VI, the British king conveyed his consternation over the destruction caused, highlighting the strong personal ties between the two nations. At this moment, concern and the call for rescuers are intensifying, as hundreds of British citizens remain missing. According to the most recent statistics from Statista.com, in the Canary Islands there are more than 26,000 British citizens, in Catalonia more than 22,000, in the Balearic Islands more than 15,000, and in Valencia more than 83,000. It is regrettable that in the Valencian community, where the largest British expatriate population in Spain resides, a natural disaster of such magnitude has occurred. Valencia, the most affected region, has recorded an unprecedented level of destruction and loss of life, record rainfall in a short period. Around 1,700 soldiers are participating in the rescue efforts, although hopes of finding survivors are fading. This disaster underscores the vulnerability to extreme weather events and the need for international support. It is a moment that invites us to reflect on solidarity and the impact of natural disasters on our lives. Orlando, what lessons can we learn from this tragedy to face future climate disasters? It is crucial to restructure the services for those affected by and victims of similar tragedies in Spain and around the world. The call and uncontrolled tears of King Charles III are due to the fact that Valencia, the community most affected by the disaster, is also the province with the largest British origin population in Spain. It is expected that the rains will continue to exacerbate the crisis, especially in Valencia. The deepest condolences to the Spanish people, especially to those who have suffered the tragic loss of their loved ones and livelihoods. This disaster invites us to reflect on solidarity and the impact of natural disasters on our lives. To rescue all those currently affected by the Dana in Spain, do everything you can on behalf of Ricardo Stursero. Thank you very much. The distinguished veterans of that special generation. I am 75 years old now and cannot remember. Rumors are circulating and tensions are at their peak. The alleged decision of King Charles to elevate the role of Lady Louise Windsor has reportedly left Camilla in tears. Could this restructuring in the royal hierarchy trigger a dramatic power struggle? Stay tuned as we reveal the shocking details behind the palace walls. Lady Louise Windsor has always been one of the lesser-known members of the royal family. Born to Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, she grew up largely away from the public eye. While other royals frequently make headlines, Louise has led a relatively quiet life, focusing on her education and personal interests. However, her recent appearances, such as her prominent role at Queen Elizabeth's funeral, have sparked curiosity about her future. Unlike some younger royals, Louise's serene and humble attitude has resonated with many. She does not seek the spotlight, but her graceful presence leaves a lasting impression whenever she appears at royal events. What lies behind her sudden rise? I have always had an open mind about the next generations. Some believe that King Charles sees potential in her discreet charm, quiet confidence, and dedication to her duties, which could align with his vision of a modernized monarchy. But could this new attention disrupt the delicate balance within the royal family? Queen Elizabeth shared a special bond with Lady Louise, which was evident during significant royal occasions. A touching moment was when Louise drove Prince Philip's carriage during the Platinum Jubilee, a heartfelt tribute to her late grandfather. This connection likely left a lasting impression on King Charles, who deeply valued his mother's wisdom and judgment. Some believe that Queen Elizabeth saw qualities in Louise that made her uniquely suited for royal responsibilities. Her calm and composed nature, combined with her ability to handle public duties with grace, may have convinced the Queen that Louise had a bright future in the monarchy. Now, King Charles seems determined to honor his mother's legacy by giving Louise a more significant role. However, this decision has reportedly caused tension within the palace, especially with Camilla. Could the influence of Queen Elizabeth continue to shape the monarchy even after her passing? Will this affect the royal family in the future? King Charles has long been vocal about his desire to modernize the monarchy, making it more relevant to today's world while respecting centuries-old traditions. He understands the importance of adapting to society's changing expectations. Lady Louise seems to embody the perfect blend of tradition and modernity. Her serene personality and relatable image could help bridge the gap between the royal family and younger generations. Unlike her more prominent cousins, Louise represents a refreshing vision of royalty, humble, hard-working, and accessible. Charles reportedly believes that involving Louise more in royal duties could strengthen the monarchy's connection with the public. However, this move comes with risks. Although you know this could happen, you do not think much about it. Changes within the royal family often trigger debates and controversies, and this decision is no exception. Camilla, in particular, is rumored to feel uncomfortable with Louise's growing prominence. Will King Charles' vision of a modern monarchy thrive, or could this restructuring lead to more internal conflicts? One thing is clear, the royal family is at a crossroads, and Louise's role could play a crucial part in shaping its future. Behind the grandeur of royal events, the palace walls often hide whispers of tension. According to reports from internal sources, Camilla is supposedly upset with King Charles' decision to elevate Lady Louise's role. While she has worked tirelessly to solidify her position as Queen Consort, Louise's growing prominence could feel like a challenge to her own status. Camilla's concerns may arise from various factors. The growing prominence of Lady Louise could trigger behind-the-scenes power struggles, which often occur when someone's status is elevated. A member of the royalty gains importance. Within the royalty, there are signs of growing discontent among certain members who feel their roles could be diminished. Even young ones like Prince George and Princess Charlotte might feel the shift in focus. Voices cannot be imitated for love or money, but it is said that Camilla is the most affected. Having worked for years to establish herself, she might see Louise's growing importance as a potential threat. Could this trigger a greater struggle for influence within the family? These internal conflicts are not new to the royalty, where titles, roles, and visibility often carry high stakes. However, this particular power dynamic feels different, as it reflects a broader shift towards the modernization of the monarchy. The question remains whether the family can navigate these tensions without fracturing their unity. Lady Louise's life, of course, will change as she takes on her new responsibilities. Regardless of the reason, the alleged tension between Camilla and Louise has captured the public's attention. Within the palace, rumors of heated discussions between Charles and Camilla suggest that the decision has not been universally welcomed. Staff members are said to be acting cautiously around the topic, knowing how sensitive it is. Will this rift escalate further, or will the family find a way to reconcile their differences? One of the most debated topics surrounding Lady Louise is whether she should adopt the title of princess. Technically, as the daughter of a prince, she has had the right to the title since her birth. However, her parents chose to raise her without it, allowing her a more humble and private upbringing. Now, with King Charles supposedly considering giving her a more prominent role, the question of her title has resurfaced. This debate over the title highlights a broader issue within the royal family, balancing personal choices with public expectations. Should Louise assume the title to meet traditional expectations, or would it compromise her accessible image? These questions remain unanswered, adding more intrigue to her evolving role in the monarchy. While some royals face constant scrutiny, Lady Louise has quietly gained public admiration. Her discreet approach and genuine personality starkly contrast with the more attention-seeking family members. Active on social media, she does not seek attention, but her appearances always leave a positive impression. From her dedication to carriage driving to her academic achievements, Louise embodies values that many people respect: hard work, humility, and grace. Her subtle charm has led many to call her the royal family's secret weapon, someone who can modernize the monarchy without losing its dignity. As her popularity grows, so does curiosity about her future. Could she become a key figure in reshaping public perceptions of the royal family? With each new appearance, Louise seems to gain more followers, but her growing prominence could also create tensions within the family. Will she continue to win hearts, or will her rise disrupt the carefully maintained balance of royal duties? The royal family has always walked a fine line between maintaining traditions and embracing progress. With King Charles's efforts to modernize, Lady Louise's evolving role symbolizes this broader struggle. Her modern and relatable image contrasts with the more hierarchical and formal aspects of royal life. Some see her as a beacon of change, someone who can lead the monarchy into the future. The evolution of the monarchy keeps the spotlight on Lady Louise, whose growing influence could connect with younger generations while respecting customs.